Thank you very much for the news today. This morning, see me at Abaro, and I'm with Biodun still sweating profusely on the set just because of the mention of Lamborghini and Cybertruck. Hopefully, the pep talk for this morning will help him out. We're talking about the 3 nudges of winning this weekend. Hopefully, you'll win a Cybertruck for me. And this will be coming from Dr. Shogo.
No contest. I'm not going to argue this anymore because I think it's very obvious now to the entire world that I'm in for some bullying and harassment this morning on this program. But then I'll keep my cool. You know, when men talk now, people will say, because we always say it's a man's world.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll keep my cool.
At the mention of Cybertruck and Lamborghini.
Okay, Dr. Shogo, over to you.
My name is Dr. Shogo. I am salt, light, and honey. Yesterday is gone, but you can use today to create a better tomorrow. To become successful at something new, you must grow into someone new. My name is Dr. Shogo. Today, I'll be sharing 3 principles, 3 winning principles for the week. Fear kills dream. I need to let you know that fear is a professional assassin. Fear is a professional assassin. Because of it, many dreams die every day on a per second basis. And if you let it, it will choke yours too. Come on, tell your neighbor, God forbid. For fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, or any other form of fear, many have abandoned their dreams. Their dreams, which could have made a difference in the world, were never given a chance to soar. They died too soon, trusting the dreamers into the land of regret. Don't let that be you. Don't let fear kill your dreams. Go after your dreams. I tell people, what you're afraid of is afraid of you. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is stepping out despite the fear. Don't let your fear cripple you. You need to learn to use your fears to propel you to action, to propel you to move out of your comfort zone. Starting is not enough. You must also finish. Life does not reward the starters. Life rewards the finishers. Both starting and finishing have their challenges. I'm aware of that. But to start, you must often overcome fear and step outside of your comfort zone. Once you've started, you face opposition and obstacles. And to make it true, you must show great resolve and determination. If you started the journey, it was with the intention of completing it. So why give up? Therefore, you must persevere, be resilient, be consistent. In the end, what matters only isn't what you start, it's what you finish. You have to stay consistent. When you are consistent, you will finish. Life respects consistent people. Money also respects consistent people. Getting upset about your wet coat doesn't make the rain stop, please. Getting upset about your wet coat doesn't make the rain stop. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no point to getting upset about things you can't control. I imagine people control, like, why is it too sunny? Why is the rain falling? When you have an option of using your umbrella. Complaining and getting all worked up doesn't change situation. If you can't change situations, your energies will be best invested in addressing it, not worrying about it in any way. In every situation, please keep your attitude in check. Stop worrying over things you have no control over and start focusing on things that you can take charge of. I hope you found today's episode valuable, useful, and applicable. You can visit and join our community on Facebook, Class of Dr. Shogo, over 6,000 people where we learn together. I can't wait to have you one-on-one interaction with you via my website, www.iamdrshogo.com. It's on the screen. Have a beautiful week. I can't wait to see you same time next week. God bless you.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Shogo. 3 winning objects this week, and that leads us to the papers this morning. We have 4 dailies for review this morning, and we are starting with Vanguard. Vanguard leads its front page with the latest on Rivers politics. Supreme Court's verdict on Rivers, anxiety as Fubara begins implementation. That's the bold lead headline on the front page of Vanguard this morning. And above the masthead of the paper, Lagos Assembly crisis, plots to return Obasa thicken. Nigeria flowing with tears, blood, that's coming from Anglican Church. That's talking about state of the nation. How Nigeria maltreated Igbo for decades, that's from Okwesilieze Nwodo. Whatever it means by that, get a copy of Vanguard for details. The story is on page 14. Why exchange rate is exchange stability is not sustainable, that's from experts. It's also here. Further hike in electricity tariff will be resisted, that's from the NLC. Ramadan, can Naptan fume over closure of schools. And we go to the back page of the paper for some sports stories. Rwanda plots Super Eagles fall, appoints Algeria as new coach. That's talking about 2026 World Cup qualifier. Lookman, EPL clubs on alert as Atalanta make decision. We also have story on Osimhen. Osimhen scores a brace in 6-goal thriller. NPFL, Rabiu Aliu turns on heads as Pillars displays Rangers. All right, those are the sports stories you could read on the back page of Vanguard this morning. Lara.
Yes, I have the Punch newspaper with me this morning, and the first story, the biggest headline here, is talking about the local government autonomy. Government agencies brainstorm as direct payment suffers setback. And also there's this one about the ATM withdrawal fee. ATM loaded with cash as 100 naira withdrawal fee begins. How buyers will get 65 naira per litre refund, and this is coming from Dangote Refinery. And then Fubara dismisses impeachment rumor. Rivers elders caution federal government. And the picture you can see there is of the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar on the left with President Goodluck Jonathan, ex-president of, and then we also have the ex-president of Sierra Leone and the former president Olusegun Obasanjo at his 88th birthday dinner in Lagos. That's it on the front page of the Punch newspaper.
All right, away from the Punch to Nigerian Tribune now. Fubara to implement Supreme Court verdict, orders local government chairman to hand over, asks heads of local government areas to take over council administration. That's Nigerian Tribune. NLC threatens mass action over telecoms, electricity tariff hikes. We have no petition against Akpabio. That's coming from Senate. Media Aid faults Saraki. That's on allegation of sexual harassment. Dangote to refund customers who purchase PMS above advertised rates from key partners. That's good news. Elumelu commits to boosting Gabon's infrastructure, youth empowerment. Why I didn't implement 2014 confab recommendations. That's coming from former President Goodluck Jonathan. And new ATM fees. Customers groan as banks begin implementation. That's also on the front page of Tribune. And the back page of the paper has got some stories. Leverkusen enjoy perfect warm-up for Bayern last 16 clash.
Yes, and I have the Nation newspaper here with me, and we have the biggest story here on the front page, which are wishing Pastor Adeboye happy birthday, and also we have a table reflecting the Dangote refinery refund to customers, and that's it. And then this last one before we wrap it up on the Nation newspaper, Fubara, I will obey Supreme Court judgment. Governor asked chairman to hand over and vacate office. That's it on the Nation newspaper for this morning.
All right, well, thank you for still staying with us. It's the Morning Flakes on New Dawn this Monday, and I'm with Lara Emmanuel this morning.
Delectable.
Yeah, delectable.
Thank you.
Eventually.
So you decided to call me delectable just not to give me a Cybertruck or a Lamborghini or Cybertruck will cost.
Well, I think the world is seeing how Lara is roasting me. I mean, he used roasting me this morning. Don't worry, I won't take my own pound of flesh. I hope Nigerians will call and bail me out. And so our line is open this morning.
Exactly.
I would like you to talk. Let's know what you feel about some developments in the country today. Or at the moment, this morning, we brought to you from the dailies the story of Rivers State. Governor Fubara has eventually has actually said that he's going to recognize, he's got no choice anyway.
He just has to.
He has to. And Elder David, expectedly. Good morning, Elder David.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I've said on this platform, the Supreme Court has given its own judgment now. It is only PDP don't respect law. When the final court gave judgment, they always like to misinterpret those lawyers who don't know anything. Yes, the soul of Ganifa were him a rest in peace. And I wish Keyamu was not in government. It's one of the best lawyers we have. They don't handle such case. We have seen it now. I've told you on this platform. I was not playing politics. It's not like what happened between Ladoja and Baba Adedibo. Yes. And that's what happened. When man pray, divine favor from God, he's a human being, the divine favor of God. We can have done the best for him. And it was nothing before he was brought to the platform. You know that God is said no. Everybody, even himself, listen to me, you know that very well. Let us see what happened in the next. And may God forgive him for what he has done in that River State. There was a man who went to the House of Assembly that was built many years ago.
Okay.
Damage that place. And because of political differences.
So, Elder David, your wicked side. Because it sounds as though you're on wicked side because he's just saying things about how Fubara has treated the Rivers State. So is he tilting to the wicked side of the game? Well,
I think beyond that, you also have to see the common thread in the analysis of Elder David. Any time he calls us, he's become a member of the House, sort of in quotes now, because he must just call on this program, and he usually calls on this program. I think Elder David always takes these things from the perspective of party politics, and that's how he started this morning. I'm saying that if it was PDP would not have actually agreed to observe or agree with the court judgment. Whether you are a governor on the platform of PDP or APC, and the Supreme Court rules on any matter in your state, you must obey. So it's not just about. It's not about
the Supreme Court you're talking about.
It's not about you.
A high court that you can appeal.
Yeah. It's not about you being in a particular political party. It does not matter whether you're a member of PDP or you're a member of APC or ADC, Labour Party.
I was hoping that maybe Elder David will not talk about politics this morning, and just maybe he or the next caller will talk about this particular one that is going to affect everybody, whether you're a political member or not. The ATM, the withdrawal fee.
The implementation has started.
The implementation has started. So,
have you started experiencing it?
No, I haven't. I can't remember the last time I was at the ATM, so very good there.
Well, that's another matter that we'll really love our viewer, to call on this morning. Beyond the issue of Fubara obeying the Supreme Court, he's got to. There are no two ways about it, because there is no court that is bigger or higher than Supreme Court in Nigeria. So let's see how that pans out. The implementation is told heads of local governments, to actually take over the running of since the chairman have left, according to that ruling. Now the heads of local governments will now have to take over, the affairs of local governments in that state.
Sure.
But there's also the issue of I saw it somewhere, Lagos Assembly crisis.
Oh.
You know, the Vanguard says there are plots to return Obasa, and those plots are really getting thick or thicker by the day. I hope we'll get calls on that too.
And these are some of the reasons why most people talk about the women in politics negatively sometimes. Now we're talking about the Lagos
Speaker,
the speaker,
Miranda.
about Natasha and Akpabio, and then we have many other cases. Maybe just because we are not that much as a gender in the political space. So when a particular scandal happens to one, it shakes the country. There's a way we all think it and feel.
Yeah. Well, Miranda has got a lot of supporters, you know, on her
Yes, she
side.
does.
And I also know that Natasha has also got a lot of supporters on her side too. Though I've seen some women come out, you know, to criticize her for what she has done,
that's not a new thing.
for what's going on, you know. But
That's
then
not a new thing.
but really you not expect every woman or all women to support her.
In fact, I'm not even expecting most to support her. It's just a thing that is common in my gender. We really support each other. Kule
Bakari from
Ijebode.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Becky, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And my sister there, good morning.
Good morning.
You see, like I always say, we have big problem in this country, a very big one. Other countries will start looking at us when they hear all this news of the Senate president doing this, the Senator Natasha doing this. You see, it's uncultural. All our upcoming youths, look at what we are. We the elderly, look the leaders, look at what we are doing. Wicked case, like I said sometimes, I knew Wiki when Wiki was the local government chairman of Ubiako local government when I was staying in Port Harcourt. Wiki are playing like that. He's the chairman that when election is on, if I can remember then, he would promise those boys that if you can smash that box, I'll give you social amount of money. It's not a real thing. That is wicked for you. You see, it's unfortunate for Ubara that is facing all these troubles since he became the governor. And I don't know what we are looking for, all because of money. Because everything that happens in Nigeria, if you go down, it's because of power and money. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
In time, the local government candidates go for another election now, you will see another drama. So that's why I said we have a lot of problems with it. A big problems. It's only God that can solve our problems. Because the way I see our leaders, the way we run this country is not the right way to rule a country. Let me stop here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Kule Bakari, the very good friend of ours.
Direct.
Yeah, we call him Beki. Well, he himself is a politician, you know, but I know he's one with a difference because we had to actually interact so many times.
Because
and I know that,
I didn't sense that in his contribution.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does, you know, sometimes we've had to, you know, disagree to agree or, you know, discuss some salient governance issues, and I see his point of view, you know, sometimes different from the crowd. But then, who is that one man that can actually solve the problems of Nigeria? No one man. You know, it's a collective
Just
one.
maybe we can have a savior, you never can tell.
Maybe. Okay, so let's move away from the calls, and it's time to talk sports. You know, we talk sports on this program Mondays and Fridays. We have somebody from the sports desk joining us very soon. I think it's Emmanuel Dasalu this morning. Emmanuel is coming this morning. I don't like Sheyi's troubles on Mondays. Emmanuel is more of a gentleman, you know. Okay, so we'll be waiting for Emmanuel.
Is it because Sheyi is your protege? Sheyi is just like you?
I don't know, but okay. So let's take this break, and Emmanuel Dasalu will be joining us on Sports Chat this morning. All right, we now have Emmanuel Dasaolu with us in the studio this morning. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning, Bedo. Good morning, Lara.
Good morning.
What's on the menu?
Well, we had quite, I think it was a little
We're not talking Real Madrid. we're not talking Real Madrid.
So we'll be talking about the
Oh my God. But I liked what I just mentioned, Real Madrid. Yeah.
Real Madrid
I am happy.
They got beaten over the weekend.
Okay, let's talk about Real Madrid. Let's talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid got beaten over the weekend. Let's talk about Real Madrid.
Are you afraid?
There are good days and there are bad days.
Okay.
Yeah. You just have to take it as it counts.
No, Lara is trying to avoid us
what?
talk about Real Madrid.
No, you brought it up.
Because your club was beaten over the weekend. Your club, and maybe somebody's club that you adopted. I don't even know, because I don't know where the love for Real Madrid actually
Either
came
by
from.
adoption or by free will, it's my club.
It's your club.
Yes.
Amazing.
It is.
But me by marriage. Okay,
Right. Well, let me just start with the MPFL. We saw action match day 27 over the weekend. We'll be seeing action today as well. But we saw some matches over the weekend, and ahead of what we'll see today, those are the results for the weekend game. Sunshines against Kwara United at Ikene finished 4-2. In fact, that game, Kwara United started the better side, 2-1. Before we knew it, Sunshine Stars under Boboye got goals back. Yes, well, many are shouting online that something happened in Ikene. What happened is that Sunshine Stars won in Ikene by 4-2. Abia Warriors against Nasarawa United. For those who remember, Nasarawa defeated league toppers at the moment, Remo Stars, in their last game, but they drew against Abia Warriors 1-1. Bayelsa United against Insurance ended 2-1 in favor of Bayelsa United. Insurance also won their last game, but Enyimba went out to Niger Tornadoes, and they actually got a 1-0 win, an away win. That's rare for Enyimba this season, but they were able to actually achieve that against Tornadoes in Niger State. Kano Pillars against Rangers of Enugu, 2-1 it finished. Then Remo Stars getting back to winning ways against Plateau United in Ikene, 1-0. Ikorodu City against Atlant Football Club of Owerri, 2-0. So a massive one for Ikorodu City, but Remo Stars maintained their grip pending the game for 3SC that will be happening later on today.
Who can stop Remo Stars this season?
Remo Stars can only stop Remo Stars.
Because
Really?
I mean, what's the gap? What's the gap now?
It's only Remo Stars that can stop Remo Stars at the moment. Remo currently with 54 points. Rivers United on second. They joint second with Shooting Stars at 42 points. So
Wow.
So that's massive.
Wow.
That's like 12 points or 12 or 13
that's
points.
about 12 points.
12 points.
So we'll wait for that outcome for the match today. That's between the two teams sharing second position. One is second, one is third, but they have the same points, 42 points apiece. So it's Rivers United against Shooting Stars in Ibadan. So it could go, but for me, I feel it's going to go 3SC's way. They've had the better form this season.
I've listened to a whole lot of people from Ibadan, and I think all they are satisfied with this season is for them to just win ticket to the continent.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the title anymore. I think they've conceded the title to Raymond Stars. It's like a done and dusted for them.
Maybe that's a win too.
Yeah, it's a win. If they go back to the continent,
It's a win. It's a big win.
It's a big win for them,
It's a
because
big win.
we were told that was what the governor of the state, Seyi Makinde, actually demanded from them. Told them, go get me continental tickets.
Okay.
And we can actually.
So they had the right motivation.
Exactly. But I'm excited that the trophy is coming to Ogun State. Just like you said, it's only Remo Stars that can actually stop Remo Stars. They have it in their hands. Like 12 points.
Yeah, 10 points at the moment. But interestingly, I feel sometimes, like the last game we saw against Nasarawa United, they traveled to Nasarawa to play that game, and they lost by 1-0. It wasn't the results that many of us expected, but we also know that there will be bumps on the road. lead into the title. You can't just go unbeaten for about
you know.
10, 15 games in the league. So those bumps will come, but certainly they're always going to get their results at home. They're also going to be able to get probably managed draws on the road as well, enough to see them to the end of the season. I've listened to Daniel Ogumodede a number of times, and sometimes, in fact, most recently, after he is more harder on his boys when they win than when they lose or when they draw.
Oh, wow.
So I think he knows what's at stake. For you to have come second back-to-back consecutively, and it's more like you are close, but you are far away. You are close, but you are far away. So this season they mean it, and interestingly, in the NWFL as well, Remo ladies are also doing very well. So I think the club structure as a whole wants to charge for something this particular season. So I will say how it pans out.
Best of luck.
Let me go to what happened over the weekend at Trent, and that's the 139th IFAB General Assembly that held in Belfast. That's the International Football Association Board. They held their general meeting over the weekend, and one of the talking points that came out of that meeting was the change in some of the rules that we have governing the governing football at the moment. One of them, which is very, very important, is the before now we knew it as a 6-second rule for goalkeepers. Many goalkeepers, especially when you find out that your team needs to see out the game, time wasting. So you make a save, either it is big save or a small save. You just lie down on the floor, and then
we see that a lot.
What if he's trying to catch his breath?
Catch his breath?
I'm not trying to defend the
how do you determine that?
Let me ask you this: how many times on this show have you tried to catch your breath for 10 seconds? So when you're on your job, you should do your job. Don't try to catch your breath. And goalkeepers are not the most active in terms of sprints when it comes to the 90 minutes. So the new rule says that if a goalkeeper holds the ball for more than 8 seconds, it gets punished by a corner kick.
Oh, that's a long time.
So 8 seconds, the referee counts for you, and then the moment you hold the ball for more than 8 seconds, the opposing team is awarded a corner kick. So it is considered an infringement at this point now. So for goalkeepers, I saw Manchester United fans talking about their goalkeepers. I saw some Nigerian fans talking about Nwabali. I saw a number of goalkeepers who actually get to do this more often than not are being challenged, and now you know what's at stake.
Is the law in effect already?
Yeah, it starts July. The 1st of July.
You know, you see, my big worry here is education, you know, for our club sides.
Okay.
Yeah, so when laws of the game change or are moderated or adjusted, you know, we don't get to see our club sides, you know, teach the law. I mean, teach the players the law, or bring it down to them so that they begin to understand. I mean, some of these things, when they now begin to happen at matches, then the fans will go, because so many fans don't even understand that this is happening.
No, I think what IFAB has done is that they've actually made this known to the entire world, and they've trialed it for the last 2 years. They tried about 2 matches in the English Premier League. They also did it across different leagues. They did it at one of the FIFA tournaments as well. So it's not a sudden adjustment. It's something that they have tried. It's something that they are trying to acclimatize every club, every football organization, and we understand the level of science at this point. So we do understand that many clubs will take this seriously, especially goalkeeper trainers as well.
Do you think the consequence is enough, the corner kick?
Corner kick.
Yeah, it's not like you actually injured somebody. It's not like you did a foul. It's just for you to avoid wasting time, so keep the ball in motion.
But that's even fair.
And I think it's fair enough.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Why do you have to even hold the ball for more than 8 seconds?
You know? Maybe he's trying to catch his breath.
Okay, let me go to the FA Cup. We have quarter-final draws for the English FA Cup. We saw action over the weekend as well. Manchester United are out. In fact, some of their fans predicted that they might likely go out at the hands of Fulham, and that happened yesterday. Yes, we saw a very, very interesting game. Nigerian Calvin Bassey was also on the score sheet as well. But now we have our final draws. United are out. Manchester City had to come back from a goal down to defeat Plymouth Argyle by 3-1 as well. But now going straight to the FA Cup quarter-final round. Now we'll be having Fulham that defeated Manchester United. They will be facing Crystal Palace. Preston North End will be facing Aston Villa as well. Bournemouth against Manchester City. Brighton against Nottingham Forest or Ipswich. Nottingham Forest against Ipswich will be happening later on today. So the winner of that tie will be facing Brighton. Bournemouth against Manchester City. So the big boys, most of them are out. Arsenal out, Chelsea out, Man United out, Liverpool also out as well. So right now, except in fact, we almost saw a shocker in the game between Manchester City and Plymouth. But thanks to the fact that a big team will always be a big team, and I think Plymouth also sent Liverpool out. So you can't do it's rare that you get to do it back to back against the big boys, but they will actually appreciate what they've been able to achieve in the FA Cup this year. But for the quarter-final fixtures, that's it for you. We'll be seeing Fulham against Palace. Yes, that's the game between Newcastle United and Crystal Palace. They actually lost that one against Crystal Palace. Then Aston Villa, also one of my favorite sides to actually go through to the next round. Manchester City against Bournemouth, you never can tell, but I think if City should make it to the semi-finals, then they are as good as in the finals of the competition as well. So those are the fixtures for the quarterfinals.
That could just be some consolation for City if they end up winning the FA Cup. The EPL is almost concluded for them.
Yeah.
They can't even get close.
I think for now, for Manchester City, what they have to do is just to make it to the continent. That's to the UEFA Champions League. So they just need to make the top 5 in the English Premier League as things stand. I think even for the manager, he's already talking about rebuilding at the end of the season. Yes, we know that the rebuilding process is already ongoing for Manchester City, but a number of key players will also be leaving. For Manchester United, it's a very, very complicated issue for them because now they seem to be struggling after sacking Eric Ten Hag. Now they have Ruben Amorim, but results have not really been going their way, especially the way fans want it. Fans see what's happening at Liverpool and they also want something different. But the manager has said that they will suffer this season, and now he's trying to infuse some under-21 boys academy side. If you, the senior players who are being paid the big bucks, are not doing what I want you to do, then I'll probably infuse younger blood. And he has also told them that many of you will be leaving at the end of the season.
Oh.
Well, we'll wait and see. Another season is around the corner, so it shouldn't be something that should worry us. You know, coaches come up with such talks sometimes, and in the long run, you know, it doesn't actually.
All talk, no action.
Yeah, but
I think for United fans, they are sticking to the manager than the players. You cannot sign Højlund, and a Nigerian was used yesterday, and the number of touches, because there's always been excuses for Rasmus Højlund, a new signing who we pay the big bucks for, and you can't even touch the ball properly, you can't even strike the ball properly, you can't put balls at the back of the net. So what exactly are you doing?
Anyway, best of luck to Manchester United.
Yeah.
And I think best of luck to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I think I think the title is gone.
Stop at the best of luck.
The title is gone, Emmanuel.
Spanish La Liga this season is like a war. Atletico versus Barcelona, Real Madrid. So unfortunately for your team.
So you know,
I know
what it means in some families.
Let's stop it there. Let's or something.
All right, Manuel, thank you so much for coming this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so when we come back, it will be time for trending. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Wow, trending today focuses on very interesting hashtags and interesting topics. The weekend was an interesting one. I just couldn't get off my TikTok. The Twitter was really raving and blazing. Okay, now let's take the first trending topic for today. We've talked about it during newspaper review, but it's also worth talking about in this segment. Fubara orders implementation of Supreme Court judgment. Okay, let's take a look at that first.
Judgment and the pronouncement regarding aspects of the lingering political disputes in our dear state. Although we disagree with the judgment, we are bound to obey the order made therein as a law-abiding government. Since inception, we have conducted the affair of government within the framework of our Constitution, due process, and the rule of law. While we are not above mistakes, because we are humans, we believe that we have not, as a government, done anything deliberately to trample on the rule of law or the hallowed principles of constitutional governance. Accordingly, I've had a meeting with my team of lawyers, and they have assured me that the certified true copy of the judgment may be available to them by Friday, the 7th March of 2025. I assure you that upon the receipt of certified judgment, we shall study the ramification and implement them without reservation to move the state forward. Furthermore, given the outlawing of caretaker arrangements in the local government system, I hereby direct Head of Local Government Administration to immediately take over the administration of the 23 local government councils, pending the conduct of a fresh election by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission.
So that is it. The Supreme Court has actually given its judgment, and then Fubara has no choice than to obey the highest court in Nigeria. So now let's take the comment regarding this particular trending topic. Would you like to take that?
Yeah, Professor Imonoka Enahena, PhD, says, in response to the Supreme Court's judgment in compliance with the rule of law, Governor Fubara's move to appoint heads of administration as interim leaders of the local government areas can be viewed as a pragmatic step to ensuring continuity in local governance while adhering to the Supreme Court directives. This approach maintains administrative functions at the local level until new elections are organized in compliance with legal standards. That's from Professor Enahena, PhD.
Very comprehensive. Let's take the next one, please. From the professor, we move to fear not. Okay. The outcome is unknown. The people are with the man they gave their mandate. This fight is not Fubara's, but the people. Fubara is the commander.
Okay. From fear not, we move to Mini Abel. Mini Abel says, surviving the storm, but emerging from it stronger than before. The battle may not be over, but Governor Siminalayi Fubara, your story is far from written. I agree, it's far from written. Still have a long way.
It has a very long way to go. Jasper Ennis Lewis, will the Rivers State government hold another local government election only for the same chairman to win again? If so, what is the point of this academic exercise that wastes valuable resources?
I think that's true. That's true.
Very valid question there.
Because another issue is that the same people that won those seats, are they the same? Okay, certainly they'll be the same set of people that want to
How
contest.
certain are you? Let's wait till then first.
What do you think will change?
I don't know.
Don't you know Nigerian politics?
I know Nigerian politics. Sometimes I just want to give, Nigeria the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think anybody.
Sometimes.
I don't think.
You're so convinced.
I'm so convinced that those who were sacked by Supreme Court are the same set of people that want.
Annoyingly, resources will be wasted.
Of course, resources will be wasted. Governance is suffering in Rivers State as we speak with this because of what is happening. But then the consolation here is that the heads of local government administration organs, will swing into action now, and so there won't be any vacuum because they've been there before.
I hope so.
They've been there before, so all they need to do now is to continue to.
You're beginning to speak as if you are one of the River State citizens.
No, because
one of those challenges.
If you look at
because you know how the kind of how problematic it is sometimes to be able to access certain offices without this kind of tussle. Now we have the bridge.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get your point, but structurally, after the chairman comes the hoggers, so. When you don't have commissioners in place in some ministries, the permanent secretaries take charge.
Yeah, then this is Nigeria. And then you have an issue that needs to be attended to by the chairman.
No, I'm not talking about
and
you're
being told that I cannot append my signature because I'm still acting, or the person appends his signature, and then when this chairman comes back, I think,
do you understand
what I'm saying?
I understand the point you're making here, but then I don't want to have that fair. That's the point. I just feel that it should just, now that the chairman are no more on their seats, someone else has to be there because there can't be vacuum in government.
Someone else has to be there. But how effective are these people that are there?
Well, that's in the hands
how
of. How
recognized are they in terms of implementation of the law that the seat permits?
Another matter entirely. We can't, but we can't. Don't let us dissipate our energy on this.
Okay, let's
we'll see what comes out of it. Let's move on to the next.
Yes, talking about my agenda, Speaker Miranda slams Obasan's action.
What is the issue of your agenda here? Why do you have to?
We're taking Tesla, Cybertruck, and Lamborghinis.
But that's not the matter in Lagos.
No, that's not the matter in Lagos.
This is another political tussle. Okay. So let's see the video.
And what's your reaction to today's hearing in court?
Well, good morning. This is actually just the beginning, and just like what happened in there, both parties actually have their representative, and I think we should allow the legal team to do their job.
Please, ma, can you respond to what happened? Yes, when the speaker was said to have forcibly taken over.
Sorry?
When the speaker was said to have
removed speaker.
Okay.
Well, I think he's still a member of the House of Assembly, so he has every right to come. But invasion and breaking into my office, that is really a big one.
Do you also confirm the restoration of your security detail?
Well, as you can see, I have my people here with me, and God is with me.
Can you be specific, ma'am, about the status of your security detail that your office represents?
Well, I have, I think, 3 or 4 policemen, whereas my normal convoy, my team, 12 policemen, 4 DSS, and 2 anti-pop. But as I have it this morning, I don't have that.
I understand you, Matt, to be saying that to be condemning, that the House is condemning the forceful invasion by the removed speaker. But Ma, is the House going to take any proceedings, disciplinary? What can you tell us? What's the next move?
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
Mr. Obasai yesterday in the sitting with about 3 or 4 lawmakers also said the House has been postponed sine die. What is your reaction to that, ma'am?
I think to me that was just a show of shame, because in our job we have numbers that form quorum. So if you are sitting with 3 or 4 members, you're only doing theater.
So when is the House sitting next?
All right, that video it came out last week, and between last week and this week, a lot of things will have also happened.
Yeah.
There will have been a lot of undercurrents, but I like the confidence of Miranda, the way she spoke, the way she comported herself, in front of camera, and her responses to those questions. Those are questions that put you off guard, if you're not
can
really
even build to more controversies.
But
I
think something is happening in Lagos.
And then, okay.
Yeah, I think something is happening in Lagos with this episode, Miranda versus Obasa.
You think that something is happening that she doesn't want to talk about?
No, if you also, because you also have to begin to think, where is the confidence and the arrogance, in quotes now, of Obasa coming from,
Okay. Because
Obasa broke.
You think he might have some strong backing?
Strong backing. Obasa broke into the office, sat, convened a plenary, of four lawmakers and all that, and has been going about saying that he's still the Speaker of the State, although he's been removed. So it should begin to make us think that there's something or somebody or some people plodding him on, telling him, go ahead, it's your office.
What is the stance of the law in all of this? Someone that has been removed comes back, breaks into the office,
but
claims to still be in that position.
And
nothing has been done.
I think what Obasa is also saying is that there's no big deal if he's removed from her office.
Okay.
But he wants a due process followed. That's what he's saying. Maybe the process was not followed when he was removed. We don't know. Okay. Because there are some things that we don't know, that we just see on the surface. And we believe.
So that is what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
When you said lots of things might be happening in Lagos.
Exactly, in Lagos at this point. Let's see the comments. The comments, please.
There are no comments on that.
No, there are no comments on that. Anyway,
but I think we already made enough comment.
Yeah, it's just a controversy that's going to drag on for quite some time.
It will,
and
except they come out clean, just like you've explained.
Yeah, and the father of Lagos politics, President Bola Tinubu, has a lot in his hands at the moment. He's president of Nigeria today, and so you'll expect him to...
You think he would want to meddle in this?
You can never tell. You can never tell. He may not meddle in it openly. He could just call, because Tinubu is the father of all, and I would really love to see him actually bring the two battle camps together and tell them to sheath their swords and calm things and make them understand the fact that...
As much as you would love for that to happen, just maybe he has a lot on his plate.
The Lagos Assembly crisis is just a very small,
tiny bit,
insignificant matter in the problems that Nigerians are facing this day. So let Lagos solve its problems,
They can take care of themselves.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back to the president, the Senate president, and and Natasha. Okay, the Senate president is a very responsible and disciplined man, and this is coming from Unoma Akpabio.
Unoma is the wife?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very demeaning because that is a family. We knew the husband before the husband married her. We've always known the man. They were very good friends, or they are still very good friends. So I really don't understand where this is coming from. And I believe that for somebody to go and make such an allegation, there must be a discussion at home. There must have been a sanction or an approval. Or you're going to say this, go ahead and say it. And if the approval has come from the husband, our friend, I believe that he would have spoken to me because we are close. And then if the wife had complained about such a thing, and he still comes and is normal, there is no man you will tell, oh, that the wife will tell, oh, your friend harassed me. I know how you men behave, that will not frown. First of all, the attitude towards the person will change. But this attitude never changed. And if you're talking about the house, we don't have any house in Ikorebene. Ikorebene is a local government. We are from a Senudim local government. Our country home is in a Senudim, in Okana. And I didn't hear anything about Okana. We have a beautiful home in Okana. If you're talking about Uyo, house in Uyo, I'm always there. I own a school. I'm always in my school. And when I finish at the school, I go home. So the home you are talking about, I'm always there.
I am really trying as much as possible. I am trying to connect the dot. I can't try to, I've tried to bridge the gap. Biodo, please help me. How this, coming from the wife, is related to
we just have
and Nachacha's.
We have, what's her name? Unoma.
Unoma.
We have a wife who felt that she could come out to defend her husband. But I think I agree with you totally. I think it shouldn't get to this crass level.
No.
It shouldn't. I mean, this is a matter between the Senate President,
official
matter. And so even if you want to defend your husband, there are ways you could do them. You could do the defense.
Mm-hmm.
There are ways you can actually make your points, score your points. So underneath, not openly.
I mean, partner also can just come.
What is the meaning of this interview? You know, I really don't understand. Justifying what?
That the husband is responsible
and all that. I mean, I don't get totally.
At all.
It's totally out of it. It shouldn't have actually gotten to this level. The wife should have actually just kept quiet and find a way of
allow the man to fight his battle with our support.
With our support on the ground.
That's it.
Are there comments?
Yes.
Let's see the comments here. Okay.
I'm waiting for the comments.
Maybe comments. Okay. Wisdom says she has done well by coming out to defend her husband. Whether she knows the truth or not is another thing. However, her effort is a good damage control attempt. It is the fight of the upper class. Ours is just a catch cruise. They will sort themselves last. Anyway, okay.
Why do you have to start like that and end?
Okay.
And end this way. Why?
All right. More comments from on this issue.
I believe that she just made herself, an object of discussion. I do not want to use the word ridicule.
Well,
just Gen Z's social media commenters, they are going to have a say
because,
on this.
Okay,
not so. Lawsuits and counter lawsuits, since this drama will be long. This is about the time we de-escalate this issue. Okay.
All right, time to de-escalate the issue from Nonso.
Okay.
Okay, but the wife of Pabi is not de-escalating it with
that video.
With that video
at all.
Now Johnson says this woman is just being pushed by her husband to be fronting for him, to save him. Sadly, she fails to realize that she's only emboldening the man to continue the alleged womanizing. She should have no business in his defense. She could have told him to go and clear his name by himself. Well, wives should support their husbands.
True, you know? I agree with you, but not like this.
Not
like this. Does that mean you have to fight his every official battle for him?
36 Kinu.
Okay, Seeing Senator Akpabio's wife defending her husband is the best thing to see on the internet. It's a lesson for other housewives to be supportive of their husbands. Don't allow any weaponized feminist instrument to bring down your husband. I hope you have the same thing to say when Natasha's partner also comes out to defend her.
At every point in time, we have situations like this in almost every organization. The Senate is an organization.
True.
And so we have men who have been in this position too, a position that Akpabio is today. But if every wife of every man that has been in that position, has to come out. Then I don't understand.
I really don't as well.
Let's move on,
please.
Yeah.
Okay, our Fanifera youth leader, Eniola, regains freedom from kidnappers.
I'll be released. I was released in Ibilo. I was released in Edo State in Ibilo. My name is Prince Ogtv. After the national president, I was released in Ibilo this evening. I'll be released. I was released in Ibilo. I was released in Edo State in Ibilo. My name is Prince Ogtv. After the national president, I was released in Ibilo this evening. Amen.
Okay. Well, we say congrats to the APC youth leader who was rescued eventually. And quickly to this one.
Yes, the one that was actually cut off.
Okay. Sorry for the confusion. We apologize. Yes, still on the matter of Ojajuni, the APC youth leader was rescued. We say we thank God. Fanifera youth leader. Okay, we thank God for the rescue. And we hope that things like this will not continue to will stop. I mean, the kidnappers, they're just always on the prowl.
Always.
So let's move on to the next one. The next one, yeah.
Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Be to your glory. Amen. 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 Amen.
Father, we thank you.
All right.
All right there. So you said you do not know what a Lamborghini is or a Tesla Cybertruck.
I'm just knowing now.
You're just getting to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking from me?
No, I would prefer a Tesla Cybertruck.
As what?
As a gift. What are you trying to put me on the spot?
From me?
Yes, from you. Is it too big for you to handle?
Openly?
Openly, yes.
Okay. I'll keep it in view.
Okay. And that was Mercy, dedicating 550 million naira worth of Lamborghini. There's this hashtag, there's this phrase on social media now about Lambo in Lambo. Mercy has
dedicating it at the church.
Yes, Mercy has a nickname of the Lambo nickname. And then you see, there's this controversy surrounding the whole Lamborghini issue.
Yeah.
Since we had the Sophia and Burna Boy issue, Sophia asked Burna Boy for a Lamborghini before doing the do with Burna Boy, and Burna Boy agreed. But unfortunately, after Burna Boy declined. I mean, Sophia fulfilled her part of the conversation, the do, but Burna Boy did not fulfill his part. Irrespective of that, Sophia
how do you know that Sophia fulfilled her part?
Because she said so, and Burna Boy did not deny it.
Okay, well, anyway. But you see, are there comments on
no, no comments. I'm going to give you the gist. So now, Burna Boy came out and said, no way. So now, everybody is pointing accusing fingers at Mercy Eke. How did you get your own Lamborghini? And now she took it to church to dedicate it.
Well, I don't know. But I think in our climes, we celebrate things like this, openly. In other climes, they don't, because you'll be taxed.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamborghini, you said 500 and what?
50 million
50 million
naira.
naira. I mean, that's huge.
Let's take the video of the day.
Let's take the video of the day now quickly. And then we'll come to wrap things up.
Going to be the truth. Because I'm more worried as a woman watching General Sani Abacha telling lies, deceit to fellow Nigerians as if we are foreigners. I am sad and worried.
Mrs. Abiola, what do you know of your husband's conditions in prison?
Well, for 1 year now, the head of the junta, General Sani Abacha, has refused me seeing him. They hide under the ploy that I have a case to answer with the police. And up to this moment that I'm talking to you people, I have not seen any policeman to come and ask me whatever they think the problem is all about. So, and I believe it was just a ploy to stop me from seeing him. For the past 1 year now, I now see him through the doctor. It is the doctor, the family doctor, that goes most of the time to see him, and most of this time he's being frustrated because on a weekly basis we gather money to ask the doctor to go and see his health, because we know after his arrest he has been having protracted illness, different type of illness. So we make this a point of duty that the doctor has to be going every week to make sure that everything is well. But in most cases, when the doctor goes there on a weekly basis, sometimes he ends up not seeing him throughout a month, at times even for 6 weeks.
Well, this video would not have mattered, you know, at this point in time in our history, if not for the recent revelation by IBB. That was Kudirat Abiola.
The late Kudirat Abiola.
May her soul rest in peace, continue to rest in peace. Coming out to talk about Abacha, you know, but again, it's important that that video is brought out, you know, to clarify so many things, because there are a lot of accusations now over who truly annulled June 12 election.
Sure.
But then, what do you say about you accusing somebody who is dead?
They cannot defend themselves.
They cannot defend themselves. All right, let's move away from here, and our colleagues are ready for the next level of program this morning. Tude Olaniro and Simiat Abaru are here this morning. Good morning, today. Good morning, Simiat.
Good morning.
First of all, I'd like to say that you're looking good.
Thank you.
I hope you had commented on that.
Oh, Biodo.
She has Natasha me.
And do you know why?
Do you have evidence?
A lot.
Is that?
Do you have evidence?
No. The thing is, he actually added the delectable part.
Okay.
Just to avoid buying a Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh.
I was compelled. I was forced.
No, I prefer the Tesla. There are too many Lamborghinis now. Too many.
Anyway, okay, we leave you to do your thing. You guys, Simiat Abaru and Tude Olaniro. Sorry, Tude Olaniro on the next segment of the program, which is the big interview segment of the show this morning. Stay with us.